Ronnie.
Hey, Lou.
How many times do you have sex a week? I don't want to know. Don't answer that. But we have a study that tells us how much we should be having every week, and that's next on Men Are So Smart. So sex and health go hand in hand. Research has linked it to a slimmer waistline, a stronger heart, and a lower risk for prostate and breast cancer. It's also a boon for mental health since sex is associated with lower rates of depression and better mood.
But Americans today are having less of it than Americans a decade ago, according to a just released study appearing in the Archives of Sexual Behavior. From 2010 to 2014, the average American adult had sex 9 fewer times per year than Americans did from 2000 to 2014.
Interesting.
Frequency was even steeper for married couples who lived together. They had sex 16 fewer times a year.
A professor of psychology at San Diego State University says, "What's going on? We can only speculate, but the increase in time spent working and parenting may be possible explanations for the drop in sex among married people. Plus, with the rise in quality and accessibility of streaming entertainment," I think you may know what we're talking about there.
Oh, yeah.
Competition for free time is
Stiffer. That's what she said.
I was going to say, wait for it. Legendary. There are now so many other ways to spend leisure time at home. The allure of Netflix and other device-based diversions may be elbowing sex aside.
Well, that's a nice way to spin it, I guess. But despite these declines in hanky-panky, our lives are far from sexless. The average adult enjoys sex 54 times a year, or a little more than once a week. While married couples under the same roof don't fool around quite as much, they still have sex about 51 times a year.
That 1 week they don't is her birthday, I'll bet.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a good thing, because sex once a week may be optimal if you're hoping to maximize happiness. Of course, it's hard to show cause and effect when it comes to sex and your health. Leading a happy, healthy lifestyle likely leads to more sex. The act itself doesn't necessarily improve your physical and mental wellness. Still, whether sex is a symptom or a cause of well-being, a healthy sex life is worth the work.
So if you're falling short of that once-a-week quota, making an effort to have more sex could be a good idea as long as it doesn't feel too forced. A study in 2015 from Carnegie Mellon University concluded that couples who try to have more sex did not feel happier. That's the study's author take on his own findings with a grain of salt. In retrospect, I believe this study was misguided, he says. Instructing couples to double their frequency might have turned sex into a chore for them. He also points out that the couples in the study were already having sex once a week. It's possible that they were already maximizing the association between sex and well-being.
He goes on to say, "I still think the couples could benefit from a bit of outside encouragement to have more sex. That's especially true if you and your significant other have been together for a long period of time. When a couple has been together for some time, the mere presence of the other person, even unclothed, ceases to be exciting or arousing. But that doesn't mean doing it won't be just as fun and invigorating as it used to be," he says. "It may just take a little more work to get your fires started." I can remember, Ronnie.
Maybe a couple glasses of wine.
Yeah. Well, you're going to have to buy me dinner. I can remember a time when my wife and I were trying to have a baby. We weren't having a lot of success. And we kept wondering, why is it not happening? Why is it not happening? So we were put on a schedule.
Oh, Lord.
Have you ever been put on a schedule where it's not spontaneous? It's not like,
the beeper goes off?
Yeah.
Oh, it's that time.
Oh my gosh. Again? Really? You know what? The statistics show.
They're right there.
I got them right there. That men don't like to be pressured to perform.
No.
You know what? You may be pushing the wrong button there. 51 or 54 times a year. When you're a newlywed, you probably shatter that number.
Probably. Or if you are in college, you might go over that number.
Yeah, I suppose.
If you're successful in that arena.
You do it in an arena? I gotta start reading these stories ahead of time, Ron. I didn't know that was an option. What about the old sleep train arena? That would be good.
How about Tubs for Two? Remember that place?
Oh my gosh!
Wow.
If that was ever a breeding pool for germs.
Oh my God. I'm telling you.
Or a chlorine infection.
There's not enough chlorine in the world.
I don't even know what to say. I mean, how do I ask you how many times a week you're having sex? I can't do that.
You'd have to ask my wife. Yeah.
She usually calls you when that happens, right?
That's her call. Yeah, that's not my call. I'm an active participant, but I'm not the schedule maker.
Okay, this is really getting uncomfortable. All right, well, there you go. You should be having sex about once a week. I think we can take that from the story.
Yeah.
So good luck.
And try to squeeze one in during her birthday week. That's a real bonus.
Round it out to 52.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's a nice
All right.
even number.
And you know what? Start slow. Start at 26.
Yeah.
And then build up from there.
Yeah.
But you know, who am I? I'm not a doctor.
You just play one on TV.
I used to. I don't anymore.
Yeah.
But, okay, so we'd love to have your feedback.
Yes.
We'll do a little extra research on this, if you know what I'm saying. You can get a hold of us a plethora of ways below in the descriptor of the show. Thank you for watching. Go ahead, subscribe to the channel. We're just two best friends having fun, doing what we love, and you seem to like it, so thank you. I'm Lou Gallagher.
I'm Corvette Ronnie.
Next time, Men Are So Smart. See you.
Bye.